Yes, a beautiful morning to you wherever you are watching us live on Solar Distant Television, SDTV, reaching you live from the beautiful city of Abimbola. The program is the platform, and we do this every Thursday, 10 a.m. Is when we start, and it's just 30 minutes of discourse, taking a look at topical issues and bringing them to the front burner so that you can actually get informed and, of course, get enlightened. Last week was the maiden edition, and last week when we had the maiden edition, we were taking a look at security. We did promise last week that our guest on the show was just in the studio to honor us and to make an appearance, and that we promised that we will be fully back this week for us to take a critical look at different issues, germane issues in the security sector. And I'm happy to welcome to the program this morning the spokesman of the Ogun State Command of the Nigeria Police Force, talking about DSP Abimbola Oyeyemi. Is right here with me in the studio. And of course, together we'll be taking a look at so many topical issues in the security sector. DSP Abimbola, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, that is DSP Abimbola on your screen there. And because we don't really have time to waste, and time is of essence, we get straight into business. Last week, we actually started by making a kind of a review of the challenges we had as a nation and the police force as an institution.
Yes.
When we had the NSAS protest. We're about wrapping it up before we ended the program. So we're going to be starting off from that, and we take the last aspect, then we'll talk about some other important security issues. And the question I want to ask, it also has to do with the present, looking at what happened in the past. And what I'm trying to say is now we've had the protest, we've had its challenges and all that, and no doubt life were lost, properties were vandalized, there were lootings and the likes. But now the present situation is that a lot of there are about three school of thoughts. Some people believe that the police had a lot of casualties, people were injured, some were killed, and these are people that have their own families too. They have their wives, they have their kids, and even yesterday, somewhere in Lagos, we saw some policemen having issues with the Okada riders. But that is not the focus, it's just by the side. So the school of thought believe that with all that challenges that the police had, the officers and men, definitely they are human, they are not superhuman. And when you add to those challenges, there's every reason for demoralization. So there's a school of thought that believes that the police are demoralized. That if I'm also a policeman, won't I be demoralized? And there's another school of thought that believes that no, it's their job. This is why they are being paid. There shouldn't be issue of demoralization. Now, the third school of thought is that they are not concerned with whether they are not looking at the demoralization, the right, whether it's right or wrong, but they are just afraid that it's like the police are not really in town, and the police are not really motivated to do their job. So some are scared that presently are we really safe, and a festive period is really approaching, and so some are just, that is the third school of thoughts. They don't want to know whether, they are not arguing for demoralization for or against, but they are just afraid that it's like the police are not really really working like it used to be because of what happened to them. So PPRO, how will you allay the fears of those that are afraid? That are we really safe?
Well, thank you very much. it's unfortunate that what happened during the protest happened because as human being, it is natural for any organization that uh, passed through what the Nigerian police force passed through in the last couple of weeks to be demoralized. It is the truth. And that is why the Inspector General of Police went round all the police formation across the country to boost the morale of the officers and men of the force, to let them know that what happened is one of those things. There's no job that doesn't have its own hazard. We have taken it as the hazard of the job, and it is not possible for us to deliberately expose the general public to insecurity. So the people that are thinking of whether the police are no longer working or whether police have now withdrawn to their shell because of what happened, it is not true. The police are still working. If you look, if you watch closely in the state about a week or two now, you will see that we have been embarking on soul of strength across the state. That is to assure members of the public that we are on ground, and we have been able to have a lot of achievement, a lot of breakthrough in our crime fighting efforts in recent time. If we are not working, all this breakthrough wouldn't have been possible. So it means that the police are still working. We are back to our duty, and we have taken what happened as one of those things that used to happen. It is the hazard of the job, and we have taken it as such. So the officers and men, they are back on their duty, and I do want to sound a note of warning to those who think that police are no longer working. Therefore, we can do whatever we like. If they embark on any dangerous voyage of crime and criminality, they are definitely going to meet their water, because we cannot fold our hands as a responsible organization that is saddled constitutionally with responsibility of protection of life and property. We can't fold our hands and watching some disgruntled element causing mayhem, rendering havoc, throwing the entire population into confusion. It is not possible. So we are working 24 hours to make sure that our people are secured.
Okay, I think another, away from the NSAS protest now, another germane issue that I want you to address is that, first of all, it's a known fact that there is no institution of angels. Yes. There's no institution in the world that this is an institution made up of angels. So, with that, every institution has its own bad eggs, but people still believe that one is much more. One is has more than the other. And one of the institutions, even though they are not institutions of, institute of angel, that people believe that a lot of corrupt tendencies is your officers and men. And one of the things people will tell you is that if a policeman stops you and wants to rope you, you can hardly escape it. And some people will say that is when you hear something like action likely to cause breach of public peace. And people will say sometimes you cannot even define what police connotes as actions liable to cause breach of public peace. That they can actually. So, as the spokesman, what do you have to say about this? Like I said, whoever is complaining, there is no institution that is an institution of angel. But I think their concern is also genuine, that there are a lot of bad eggs in the Nigerian police.
Well, I think it would be a misconception to say there are a lot of bad eggs. Bad eggs are banned in every profession. There is no profession that doesn't have bad eggs. Don't forget that the police officers, the members of the Nigerian police, they are equally Nigerians. And that's why I used to laugh when people are talking that, after all, we are paying you, it is from our tax they are paying you. Do they tell you that the police too are not paying tax? So what happened to my own tax? So bad eggs are banned in everywhere. And don't forget, the law the police is enforcing is not made by the police. The law was made for us to enforce. And if you did not run foul of the law, there's nothing the policeman can do to you. But people always like to cut corner. They will always like to
Okay, because of our time, PPR, let me give an instance. Some of the cases that people make, and you are in a better position to clear the air on some of those things. Some people will believe that, okay, I've built a house, there's a footpath created by people, not by me, beside my house, that some people will almost be peeping into my house, and I have to do something to block. And some people go to the extent of maybe putting broken bottles. They will do it. They will do a cement and all that, And when some people tell them that this can injure some other people, some people will believe that no, it is still my land. That is an example. Then some people will believe that. Some people will say that is even an obvious case. Some people say that you may be going on your own. Maybe you just did something that you don't even know, and the policeman will say, "Why did you do this? Why did you do that?" And you'll be telling him that, okay, for instance, maybe somebody.
You are forgetting that I don't know. It's not an excuse in the law. Ignorance is not an excuse.
No, what I'm saying
is,
is,
one part of the law that I don't know. It is never an excuse.
No, an instance I'm saying is, for instance, there is a place that bikes normally stop before.
Yes.
But the police understand what is called a black spot. But the citizens don't know unless you tell them. Maybe a bike now drops someone there, and the police now say, "No, you are not supposed to." And he said, "It is you that know that this is a black spot." The bike have only stopped here.
You are getting it wrong. Let me tell you. For any law the police officer is enforcing, that law has been made by somebody. For example, the issue of, let me start an example.
I'm giving two examples. No, the extreme case of somebody doing you. I want you to address that and say, "It's my land."
Let me give you an example of the issue of the bike stopping somewhere. Some of these bike riders, they know that this place we want to park, we are not supposed to be here. For example, somebody who pick a passenger and you want to drop a passenger, you are parking right in front of a bank to drop a passenger. If a police officer now gets you arrested, they will cry, they will shout to heaven that why I say you want to extort me. They will forget that they have committed a crime. Somebody who has anybody who built a house, he has the right to protect his property.
The what of broken bottles that can injure another person?
What that person is supposed to do is to fence the place. And if he didn't have money to fence there, since the place still belongs to him, he has the right to protect his property. If that is what of the people that always erect a fence and they will put a broken bottle or electric wires on it, it's the same thing. So you cannot question somebody who is protecting his property. You can't. And if you now come to the police station to report such person, the question police will ask you is, that place you are talking about belongs to who? You cannot be accused of stealing your own property. You cannot accused of overprotecting your property. It is you that the person who want to pass there that is supposed to look for alternative routes to pass. Must you pass there?
So at what point can such a person pass his boundary, such a landlord?
The only time you can pass his boundary is when you now erect that in the public highway. And what is the public highway? The road created by government for people to pass. You now erect something, you erected something there, put a broken bottle or put something that is dangerous to human existence in that on that road. You can be arrested because that place does not belong to you. It belongs to government or it belongs to community, not you, not your personal property. But when you are protecting your personal property, nobody can accuse you of that. So we are talking of corruption is here, corruption is there. Let me tell you, the recent happening will tell you that an average Nigeria is corrupt. These are the people that say they are protesting against brutality of SARS, they are protesting against this, and they end up looting people's property, looting banks, inflicting injury on that means
some of them
who brought the hoodlums? Let me tell you, the only thing that is happening is I realized that people that are shouting about corruption, many of the people that are shouting about corruption, they are not actually against corruption, but they are angry because they are not benefiting from it. Yes, because look at just take example of what just happened. Because of a little opportunity some people have decided, they went on looting spree. And now they are now saying they are hoodlums. Who are the hoodlums? Who embodied the hoodlums? So we need to understand what we are saying. Corruption is endemic in our society. And if I tell you that it is only the Nigerian police force that put internal mechanism, that have internal mechanism to fight against any of their corrupt members, any of the corrupt officers. We have the IGP escort, we have the provost, we have the monitoring team. All these people, they don't have any other duty than to look for any police officer that is extorting members of the public. Do you know how many police officers that has been dismissed this year alone? Some are dismissed and still charged to court. Which other organization is embarking on that type of thing? Nigerian police will not condone any of his members, any of his officers that is involved in any act of corruption, any act of incivility to members of the public, any act of subjecting people to degrading, the degrading of their human existence. We don't want it.
But some of your men and officers do.
That you see, that when they do it to you, you complain. If you didn't complain, nobody will know that something has happened to you. If you complain, we take it up there. Those who have had the cause to come and complain, some of our officers in my office, they know what those officers pass through.
Okay, it's still the platform on the Solar Distinct Television. We do this every Thursday, 10 a.m. To 10:30 a.m. I've been discussing with the spokesman of the Ogun State Police Command, DSP Abimbola Oyeyemi. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we return, it's going to be the last half of the program, where we're going to be taking a look at some other important issues as regards security and as it affects the Nigerian police force. Stay calm.
I am not happy with the children's performance in the studies.
How do you mean?
They can't spell simple words or even speak good English. I have spent a lot in their present school.
Really? What do you plan to do?
I think I need to change the school immediately.
You want to change their school? Why not bring them to Solar Distinct Group of School?
Solar Distinct Group of Schools. Where is that?
Education is the best legacy. Education is the key to success. Education is power.
The city of Abeokuta, introducing Solar Distinct Group of Schools,
The citadel of knowledge with the aim of making students legends are empowering them with the key to success. We have conducive classrooms, standard science laboratory, modern boarding facilities, and many more. Solar Distinct College is opposite Crown Royal Hotel, Abimbola, Abeokuta, Ogun State. Telephone numbers are 080-343-86383 or 080-644-74033. Solar Distinct.
Yes, welcome back. It's still the platform on the Solar Distinct Television. And of course, I still have with me the spokesman of the Ogun State Police Command, DSP Abimbola Oyeyemi, and we'll be taking a look at security issues, particularly as it affects the Nigerian police force. One of the things I actually want to tell the PPRO, ask the PPRO, is that before we went on that break, I was talking about the fact that the Nigerian police force has a mechanism of dealing with erring officers, and his officers are men. It's the police as an institution just not want to trample on the rights of people. But I asked him that some of their officers and men actually do, and he said something that was where we stopped. That if it happens, why not come forward and report to the appropriate authorities? And now the next question I want to ask is that for a lot of people, a woman that sells pepper in the markets or sells groundnuts at maybe Kuto or what have you, does not even know how to get to these authorities. So how do they get that justice? Maybe it's the enlightened ones and the few.
No. It's not the enlightened one. Let me tell you, your right is there. If you didn't fight for it, it will remain there. And you don't need to know anybody before you come to lodge complaint. You don't need to. I can say it boldly that at least 80% of people in Ogun State have my number. The Commissioner of Police number is everywhere. People know it. People have it. all the area commanders will make sure that in every area command, the number, telephone number of area commander is conspicuously written all over the offices. Likewise, the DPOs. So you don't need to. Let me tell you, there is no police officer that can succeed without the cooperation of the people. That is why we need every information, and we listen, we entertain all sorts of information. And when you give us information, we work on it, we filter it, we find out whether it is true or not. Once it is true, we go ahead to deal with that situation. I have a very good example to give you. In Ijebu, I think in last year or year before the last, somebody picked up a call and he complained against the 4 police officers in Ijebu that they extorted him of about 50,000 naira. We find out, and we find it out it is true. The man was invited, the police officers too were invited. Not only that, they refunded the money back to him, the 4 police officers were dismissed.
In Ogun State Commission?
Yes, in Ijebu. I'm talking of Ijebu. The 4 of them were dismissed from the force. Even the person who complained, he got to a stage where he started appealing, begging us that no, he didn't mean it to that level. He only wants the refund of debt. They have committed a crime, and that is why they are shown the way out of the force. So anybody can come up to complain, but when you want to complain, make sure you are complaining about a genuine case, not that you have committed a crime. You are looking for a way to perfect the course of justice. You are now running to complain about an officer who is diligently doing his job. That amounts to giving false information to the police, and it's a crime.
Okay, apart from the challenge, apart from giving information about maybe corrupt police officers, still talking about that, giving information, because you mentioned something. You said for the police to be successful, the police needs to be informed by the people that yes, this is what is happening in our community. And I think that is where the slogan policing is everybody's business comes from. And the area where we have the PCLC, the community policing, but there are still some that would still tell you that sometimes they get afraid to inform the police. And the reason they give is that sometimes you report a criminal, they arrest the criminal, and before you know it, the criminal is back on the streets,
and they say they will leak the source of the information. That's a fallacy. Let me tell you, people, all those who are saying it, ask any one of them whether he has been a victim of such thing before. He will tell you that he was told by somebody. An average policeman, when you are coming out from training school, you are made to swear to oath of secrecy. And what does that mean? That no official secret will be leaked through you. Any police officer that involved himself in that is an instant, a summary dismissal from the service. Not only that, he will still be charged to court. So nobody wants to risk his job, risk his freedom, because he wants to please another person. And nowadays, you can even give information without necessarily showing your face. Without necessarily, technology has made things easy for us. You cannot just you can pick your phone and call without necessarily mentioning your name or where you are calling from. You can send message. You can we have suggestion box all over the state. You can write whatever you have and put it in the suggestion box. Then we have the PCRC. If you are afraid of telling us, go and tell a member of PCRC in your community. That one can come and tell us. So we have the information to pass information to the police has been reduced to the easiest way. You can come up with your information, but make sure the information is genuine. If you see some gathering in your area, or you notice some strange faces in your area, and you believe that this gathering or these faces that I'm noticing in my area is going to be it's not going to be the best thing for our police, you can quickly inform the police. There is nothing stopping any members of the community to have the number of the DPO of your area. You should not wait until when you have problems.
So how do they get that?
Go to any police station. You will see the DPO number conspicuously written all over the station there. You can easily pick it up there. And call, you can even call him to say yes. Whether this is the DPO number.
Let's look at this.
Wait, we have radio program we do every week. More about 5-6 program. We do bring all these DPOs to the radio program from time to time. On those radio program, they read out their number. Then we have the control room number. If you don't have the DPO, the number of your DPO, call the control room. The control room can easily give you the number of the DPO of your area, and you will get in touch with him.
A quick one, PPO. Can you please mention the control room number?
The control room number is 080-8177-0416.
Once again, sir.
080-8177-0416 or 080-8177-0419. It's only one digit that is different today. One handed with 9, the other one handed with 6. So 080-8177-0416, 080-8177-0419. So if you call the control room, ask for the telephone number of the DPO of your area. They will just ask you are calling from where. Once you inform them, this is where I'm calling from, they will tell you the phone number of the DPO of that your area, and you can get across to him. You should not wait until when you have problem before you have your DPO number. There's nothing stopping anybody within the community to move into the station as I just come to say hi to you people.
That is the question I wanted to ask. That is the question I wanted to ask.
You should not wait until when you have problem before you visit your police station. The police are for you. They are there to serve you. And without you, they cannot succeed. Without them, you cannot live.
That is the question I wanted to ask the other time. That let's look at this scenario. Is it possible for me? Okay, don't let me use myself as an example, because I may have some. I cannot compare myself with somebody that maybe has a small shop or what have you. Maybe somebody that has a small shop or somebody that has a fashion house. So the person can just walk into a police station,
yes,
and say, okay.
The police station is a public office,
and those at the desk, I mean, at the counter, will not look at. Okay, you came to greet us.
Yes, I just feel like coming to greet you people. Good morning, how is your work? And then they might want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Is there any problem? No, there's no problem. See my house there or see my shop there. I just feel like coming to say hi to you people, and there's nothing bad in it. There was a time
and if the person wants to write the DPO number, nobody will stop the person.
How will they stop you? How will they stop you? They cannot. Is the DPO for the police? It's for the public.
Okay, Avias, I think you should try that. And definitely.
I went to lecture some health practitioner, and I told them they complain that they always have an issue with the police. They are always there. I said no. You are not having any issue with the police. It's the police that is having issue with you, because where you have your health facility, you should not wait until when there is problem before you know the DPO of your area. You can walk in there, sir. I'm the owner of this clinic here. I just come around to see the DPO and to know you. Let's give him your number. Let me have your number too. You should not wait.
But some of these things, won't people feel like, is this not just theory? Not.
They can try it now.
Okay.
It's something that is not practicable that you can now say, no, they are just saying it for saying sake. No. There is no DPO that we say somebody come to greet me in my office and you now feel offended. Why? Why should you feel offended? Because you need the people to carry out your duty. Without the people, you can't succeed.
Okay, let's take another commercial break. And when we return, is to be taking the parting shot from the PPRO. And of course, we will also read out the control room number for us once again. So stick around, we'll be back.
Children's performance in the studies.
How do you mean?
Okay,
They can't spell simple words or even speak good English. I have spent a lot in their present school.
Really? What do you plan to do?
I think I need to change the school immediately.
You want to change their school. Why not bring them to Solar Distinct Group of School?
Solar Distinct Group of Schools. Where is that?
Education is the best legacy. Education is the key to success. Education is power.
The city of Abeokuta, introducing Solar Distinct Group of Schools.
The citadel of knowledge with the aim of making students legends are empowering them with the key to success. We have conducive classrooms, standard science laboratory, modern boarding facilities, and many more. Solar Distinct College is opposite Crown Royal Hotel, Abimbola, Abeokuta, Ogun State. Telephone numbers are 080-343-86383 or 080-644-74033.
Solar Distinct College, the school with distinction.
I will do this every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. It's been very enlightening. I think the PPR with us, and he was here last week. He's back this week, and we hope that in the nearest future he's still going to be here with us because security issues are something that you cannot exhaust in 30 minutes. Even in one day, you cannot exhaust it. It's something that is will be continuous. And a part of the enlightenment today might take away is that. You don't need to be Sanusi or anybody or be a senator or what have you before you can access a police station. Why not try it? He has told us that it's not just theory, it's practicable. So just try it. Walk into any police station, any division that is in your community, and go and try what he said. And also the control room numbers are there. Just try it. Requesting. At least if you don't know what to say for now, if there is no crime for you to report for now, you can use that to request for the number of the DPO in your area. Just know how you tell them so that they can give you. So those are part of two key important takeaways for me. PPR, as we wrap up, your parting shots for our viewers.
Well, the Christmas is and New Year is fast approaching, and we should be very careful because we all know that there's always upsurge in criminal activities during this end of the festive period. And we should be watchful, and we should take our security very, very serious. Security is everybody's business. If you notice any strange faces in your area, you notice any unnecessary gathering that you believe might be an inimical to the peace and tranquility of your area, quickly let us know. Inform the security agencies in your area. Give us the information that will assist us to police the community better, that will assist us to secure your property. We should not say that this thing that they are doing there, it's none of my business, it doesn't concern me. After all, they are not coming to my house. The time they will be coming to your house, they will not inform you. And to our transporters, this is end of the year. There is no month that is bad. It is our activities during those months that always
make them appear
bad. If you are applying Abeokuta, Ibadan, you are going for 2 or 3 trips in a day because it's festive period. You want to go 7 times, you want to go 6 times, and
to make Christmas
money. And because of that, you are fast speeding, and the vehicle is not even in good condition. These are the things that always cause accidents and loss of life. So we should do away with all these anomalies. It is very, very important for our safety.
Yeah, thank you very much, DSP Abimbola Oyeyemi. It's been great having you in our studios, and we hope that soonest, anytime someone will call you, you are definitely on our call. And for us, we can only continue to pray for the security operatives, police inclusive, so that we can all be safe. So that will be it on this week's edition of the platform on Solar Distinct Television. Next week, it's another time, 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. My name is Sanusi Latif. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a pleasant weekend ahead. Bye.
How do you mean?
They can't spell simple words or even speak good English. I have spent a lot in their present school.
Really? What do you plan to do?
I think I need to change the school immediately.
You want to change their school. Why not bring them to Solar Distinct Group of School?
Solar Distinct Group of Schools. Where is that?
Education is the best legacy. Education is the key to success. Education is power.
The city of Abeokuta, introducing Solar Distinct Group of Schools.
The citadel of knowledge with the aim of making students legends are empowering them with the key to success. We have conducive classrooms, standard science laboratory, modern boarding facilities, and many more. Solar Distinct College is opposite Crown Royal Hotel, Abimbola, Abeokuta, Ogun State. Telephone numbers are 080-343-86383 or 080-644-74033.
Solar Distinct College, the school with distinction.